Hey guys, AJ here, back with another one for you. So guys, we're going to do something a little bit different today. In this case, is not necessarily TCAP related, but there are just cases that are so shocking that I just have to do a story on it. And guys, this is crazy. Okay, this just happened. Was it 2 days ago? This guy in Ohio, he's a father of three, deleted all three of his kids, lined him up against the wall, all three of his sons, and just deleted them. Now, guys, I can't say the M word because of YouTube, but guys, yeah, he took a gun and he deleted his three kids. Now, guys, this is unbelievable. You know, I don't know why this type of stuff happens. It is really, really, really sad. But whatever punishment this guy gets is not going to be enough. It's not. So, guys, we're going to get into this article and some news clips here. But before we do, guys, please remember just to like, subscribe, drop a comment. It really helps keep this channel going. Make sure you are subscribed. I am trying to get monetized by the end of the month. So I think I have like 100 more subs to go. Guys, join the lives. I try and go live Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Guys, I dropped the link to the Discord and the lives, so feel free to join. And yeah, guys, father of the man that confessed to deleting his three sons says he just snapped. So this guy's dad said he just snapped. Look at that. So Monroe Township, Ohio. So the father of the 32-year-old man who confessed to deleting his 3-year-old sons on Thursday says his son just snaps. Keith Dorman, 59. Guys, let me know if you think that a person snapped is ever a good excuse for anything. It never is. I don't care if it's what gender or what the situation is, right? Come on. So Keith Dorman, 59, said he has no explanation for what happened outside his son's home Thursday when Chad Dorman deleted his young children. The boys were aged 3, 4, and 7. So the grandfather, and I feel bad for everyone in this family, especially the three kids. But imagine how the granddad feels, the cousins, uncles, aunts, clown world, guys. Look, okay. He just snapped. I could tell in his eyes he's hollow inside, says the granddad. That wasn't Chad standing at the arraignment. That wasn't him. Yeah, right. In court on Friday morning, Chad Dorman confessed to what the Claremont County prosecution called the most heinous and monstrous crime. Court documents said that Chad Dorman confessed to planning and carrying out the deletions of his sons for several months. Prosecutors said all three of the kids were deleted execution style with a rifle. All three boys were discovered by first responders lying in the yard of the home. They were all pronounced unalived at the scene. The Claremont County Sheriff's Office said all life-saving measures were unsuccessful. In court, prosecutors said that Chad Dorman lined his three sons up, ready to delete them. One of the boys was able to run into a nearby field. Oh, man. Look at that. He chased him and dragged him back to the property and deleted him. Wow. Wow, you guys. Oh, guys, so sad. Chad Dorman, he was found sitting on the porch of his home next to the rifle. When the police arrested him, he had a calm demeanor and didn't resist when the officers grabbed him and forced him to the ground to handcuff him. He's currently being held in the Claremont County Jail on $20 million cash bond. Look at that, guys. Now let's check out when they got him here.
Where's he at?
Here. He's shooter's still on the porch.
Get him right here. Right here. You got him on the porch.
We've
right
asked, that's the last place we've been told.
You show me your hands now! Stand up and walk towards us! Stand up now! Walk towards us! Stand up with your hands up!
We know we got a visual in the veil. Not showing his hands, not following commands.
Stand up now!
Still not showing hands or following commands. His name is Chad Dorman. Chad Dorman.
I know, but we can't.
If you need first aid and he's not complying, and you know he's a shooter, shoot him.
We gotta find cover first. We ain't no good if we ain't safe ourselves.
I can never be a cop, guys. I'm sorry. Just look at these two guys. These two guys. They know the guy is armed. They know the guy deleted, well, or at least, used the gun on 3 people, and they're still moving forward towards the guy. Man, none for me, thanks.
Hey, no. We need to come from this side where we can see them. Don't take cover behind her. We see them. We're going to approach from this side. We got cover. Right here.
6 covered, 29 and 63 is tag that.
Yeah, I'm okay right now.
Show us your fucking hands now! Stand up! Stand up!
Man, you can see the little kids.
Stand up!
So what they're blotting out, guys, is the bodies of the kids, man. Man, that's so sad.
Stand up now! Stand up! Stand the fuck up!
EMS to stage and air carrier is going to go ahead and fly whenever any units can advise.
Get your hands out of here.
72.
Cover 21. It's in the air.
Those guys can confirm that there's people that need first aid, and that's the shooter who's not complying. They need to take care of the
I got it.
victims. They have to shoot him and shoot him.
Man, I ain't trying to hurt nobody. I'm completely sober.
Thank God that they blotted this out, man. I don't want to see that. That's so sad, man.
63, we're 21.
Oh,
Get the EMS over here.
Well, I did drugs when I was little, but I don't do drugs now. I'm sober. I'm not trying to fight you.
63.
Get your butt inside. Gatlin, get your butt inside.
We on primary?
Now.
29, we got 3 kids down.
3 kids down, 63 is up.
Look at that, guys.
63, we're
Look
21.
at
Have
that.
EMS respond over here.
You're clear, they're being
I think that's the neighbor,
advised.
Robert 34, just started mass casualty response.
63, do you want them to respond to the Laurel Lindale address? Where exactly do you need them?
We're right in the front yard.
Look at that, guys. Look at that.
And I ain't nothing. Just make sure that dog don't come out. I don't think he'll bite you. Just don't reach for him and try to grab him and pet him.
All right.
He won't bite you.
What's going on, man?
Nothing. Can I stand up? It's kind of uncomfortable.
I'm going to
I
get
ain't
you
gonna
here.
Oh, it's kind of uncomfortable. After just deleting his 3 kids. Oh, I'm kind of uncomfortable, man. Can I stand up? Man, tase him.
No, I ain't running away. You can do whatever you want with him.
Here.
That is an evil, evil man, you guys. What an evil, evil piece of trash. Man, oh man, oh man. There are times where I wish... Never mind.
You the only one else inside the house?
What?
You the only one else inside the house?
Yeah.
Sit down right here.
My daughter, she ran over to the fire department.
Sit down.
It's my stepdaughter.
Put him in the cage.
This is look.
Unbelievable, guys. I have another clip here. Hold on. This is this knucklehead in the courtroom.
State of Iowa, this is Chad Dorman, 2023 CRA 1975. This matter is before the court today for purposes of bond hearing. Mr. Kelm, you were here on behalf of Mr. Dorman.
This guy.
Mr. DeCalvi, Mr. Gadd.
That a bond of $75,000 with order conditions will be imposed. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. DeCalvi.
Judge, at this point, I'm going to let Mr. Gast handle the bond for on our behalf. Thank you.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning.
Judge, we've got law enforcement with us here today Our office has been involved, lots of people in our office have been involved with law enforcement throughout yesterday afternoon and evening, all the way through this morning. And the facts I have for you at this point are as follows. The trauma that this man has inflicted on his family, the community, law enforcement, first responders, and all of the rest of us who have any idea what's going on here is unspeakable. There's been a full admission in this case, Judge. The case is still new. We're still discovering facts. Incomprehensible cruelty. The father that stands before you lined up his 3 young boys, and he executed them in his own home.
Unbelievable, guys. Look at this guy. Just look at that. It's pure evil, man. So many people try and make sense out of this and try and go, oh, well, you know, there's some mental death. No, he's just evil, guys. Pure evil. Pure unadulterated evil. Okay? There's just people out there, like some of these TCAP guys, like some of these nurses, these angels of death, these nurses that you see, these women poisoning their patients. There's just people out there that are just plain old evil, guys, and this is one of them. This is one of them, and they're gonna try and make sense out of this. But this guy's just an evil piece of trash.
With a rifle. They were ages 3, 4, and 7, Judge. In an act of desperation to save her children, the mother at some point grabbed the gun that father was able to flee into a field near the home. And again, we know from his admission, father hunted that boy down, drug him back to the property, and executed him in front of witnesses. The mother was shot through the hand in her attempt to protect her children.
Oh, so he got the mom too, but she survived. Wow, 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 wow.
To just begin to imagine their fear. This was the man that every day they woke up looking to for protection, love, guidance in all things. The man they trust more than any other person on earth. The person they rely upon to keep them safe from harm. He was their world. He was their guardian. And he executed them in cold blood. We know that from his admission. One of the most monstrous, craven, cowardly acts that will ever be our misfortune to see.
Man, monstrous, craven, cowardly. Perfect. Sums it up perfectly, man.
To make things even more disturbing, Judge, this was no haphazard act. Again, by his own admission, he planned the happen on a whim. He's confessed to what I believe is the worst crime, at least I hope, that I'll see in my lifetime.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
It's the worst fact pattern that ever comes before this court. Judge, it's important for the court to know, and Monroe Township Fire and EMS and other first responders bravely respond to the scene where they don't know what's going on. They did not know what they're facing, and they come into a scene that no one can ever.
What's the word called? An abattoir? Is that the actual word, guys? Hold on. Abattoir. Definition. Hold on, guys. Yeah, an abattoir, a slaughterhouse. Yes. Hey, props to me for my vocabulary, right? Like, wow, how do I know that word? Yeah, an abattoir, and I think the other one's a charnel house. What's a charnel house? Definition, charnel house. Yeah, a charnel house. Yeah, an abattoir or a charnel house. I think those are the words that he was looking for.
Be prepared for. No law enforcement training, no training of any kind prepares you for this. It's easy to forget that these are men and women with families, children, feelings, emotions. They're not some automaton performing a delegated function. They're people. 10-year-old children. They held these boys in their arms, knowing there was nothing they could do to save them.
Sad, man.
How long do those scars last? What day do you wake up from that and did he have access to a weapon? Yes, obviously he did. The weight of the evidence against the defendant at this point, Judge, we stand here with a full admission of the defendant. That also goes to the confirmation of the defendant's identity, and witnesses on scene did see at least part of what happened. Next, the court is to consider the likelihood this person would return to court if a bond were issued. Again, this is the most heinous crime with the most severe penalty under the law that we presented to the grand jury.
That's true, man.
That alone would be a major factor in discouraging a person from availing themselves to this court or any other. And the thought to flee and the likelihood of flight is great in the state's opinion. The danger he poses to the community is a factor that this court can consider, and I think with the facts and
he's gonna have a tough time in prison, man. Straight up, because you know the only thing that I think that they treat worse than predos are guys that delete kids, or maybe it's the same. Either way, he's not. Man, he's gonna have a tough time in prison. That's for sure. And I hope they, man. All right, I'm not gonna say too much, guys, because YouTube, right?
in front of you, Judge, we can't name a person that poses a greater threat to the community. As his prior record goes, Judge, it is fairly minimal. He was charged with domestic violence in 2010. He is not, to my knowledge, on probation community control. Judge, the facts of this case.
It's so odd too that they call probation community control. See, in Washington State, they were calling it community corrections, right? And I guess it went from parole to probation to community corrections to, was it community? I forget. Community. So whatever he said.
Are hopefully like no other we will ever see. When this case gets indicted in the Court of Common Pleas, I am certain that a no bond hearing will be held, and I would hope that would be granted. But at this point, this juncture, we're going to ask this court to issue a bond we've never asked for before. I'm going to ask for a bond of $20 million. I hope I never need to request such a bond again.
Thank you. Date for preliminary hearing?
The date for the preliminary hearing, Judge, is 6/26.
No objection.
The preliminary hearing will be set for June 26th at 1 p.m. At this point in time, bond's going to be set in the amount of $20 million cash or surety.
$20 million, guys. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, you have to put up 10% of your bond to get out of jail. So he'd have to come up with $2 million to get out of jail.
Anything else at this time, Mr. Gast?
No, Judge.
Mr. Cal?
Shut up. You have nothing to say, you bastard. Oh, guys. Oh, he has the nerve to try and talk in court.
Mr. Cal, anything further?
Nothing at this
All
time.
right, thank you.
Look at that, you guys. Look at that. Look at that, man. Look at that. Let's look at this here.
Breaking tonight, tragedy in Claremont County. 3 little boys shot dead. Deputies say they died at the hands of their own father.
Ted Dorman is now in jail facing 3 aggravated murder charges. Their mom's in the hospital, shot in the hand. WCPO 9 News reporter Sean Delancey joins us live at that scene in Monroe Township. Sean, this one's a heartbreaker.
Yeah, Evan, the Claremont County Sheriff's Department has now released some truly earth-shattering details about a shooting rampage here on Laurel Lindell Road that resulted in the deaths of 3 little boys.
4:15 p.m., the first 911 call reaches dispatchers. A woman screaming her babies had been shot.
The female that went to the firehouse is advising them that the male shot the entire family.
Wow. Minutes later, a second caller reports a girl running down the street, yelling her father was killing everyone.
There are multiple children in the yard.
So his stepdaughter ran one way. The mom ran to a firehouse. So they saw the whole thing. Man.
Clermont County deputies arrived to find 3 young boys, ages 3, 4, and 7, shot. They say attempts to save them didn't work. Their mother was shot in the hand and taken to the hospital.
When it involves children, that's terrible.
Neighbors like Dan Thomas are left awestruck by the news such violence shattered their rural community's usual calm. 18-year-old Seth Trees lives a couple houses down.
You see this massive police presence up here?
Yeah, it's weird. It's unheard of, you know, crazy.
Tell me what it's like around here.
It's quiet, you know, people mind their business.
Nothing like that ever happens out here. This is a quiet country and very nice area. So to hear this, it's terrible.
Deputies say when they arrived, they found Chad Doorman, the kid's father, sitting on the home steps with his boys laying in the yard. He was taken into custody and questioned by detectives.
If it gets to the point where you get that mad, I mean, walk away. Don't, in no way harm your spouse or your children. I mean, come on, just walk away. That don't take, and don't hurt nobody.
And the cowardly thing about this whole thing, if he had problems, why did, dude, look, just take care of yourself, but don't harm anyone else. If you don't want to be here anymore, take the firearm and exit stage left to yourself, but don't take out anyone else. Guys, let me know if you've heard of this case. I'm going to follow this case and give you guys some updates, obviously. But guys, I can't think of any worse crime than this. I can't think of any worse crime than this. There's another story that I think that I'm going to do, guys, of this nurse, and she was deleting young kids in the NICU. She was responsible for like 15 deaths or whatever. But yeah, guys, let me know who you think. I'll keep you updated. You guys like, subscribe. I'm out of here. Have a good one, guys.